The day the police opened that container, Mr. Raymond's heart sank like a stone thrown into the sea. In that one moment, everything, his fame, his money, his flashy cars, began to fade like smoke in the wind. Mr. Raymond was known all over town as the man of success. People called him the Golden Man. He had everything: tall mansions, shining cars, expensive suits, and the latest phones. When he walked through the street, even the rich turned to look at him. His business grew faster than anyone could understand. Men who started long before him couldn't believe how far he had gone. "Brother Raymond," one of them once said, "we started this same business together. How come you're flying while we are still crawling?" Raymond would laugh softly, raising his glass of wine. "My brother," he would reply, "it's God's grace. When God blesses a man, no one can stop it." Everyone believed him. They said, indeed God is with him. But only Raymond knew the truth. Behind the beautiful suits and charming smile was the secret darker than midnight. He was a drug trafficker. It started small. One of his friends from abroad introduced him to the trade. At first he refused. He was afraid. But the taste of quick money was sweet. When he made his first deal, he bought his first car. The second deal bought him a house. The third brought him fame. He became unstoppable. He would import goods, electronics, clothes, and shoes from abroad. Inside those containers, carefully hidden among the goods, were a packet of hard drugs. He was clever, always planning every move. No one suspected him. Even the customs officers respected him, thinking he was an honest businessman. Raymond started living like a king. He hosted big parties, showered money on dancers, and changed cars like shirts. He wore gold chains, diamond watches, and expensive perfumes. Beautiful women followed him everywhere, and he gave them everything they wanted. He became proud, thinking life would always remain that way. But what he didn't know was that the eyes of justice were watching. There was a young police officer named Inspector Daniel, quiet but very observant. He had heard rumors about Raymond's suspicious shipments. He decided to keep an eye on him. For months, Daniel watched, patiently waiting for the right time. And that day finally came. It was a bright morning. Raymond was at the port, supervising his new shipment from Europe. He had packed the drugs neatly inside some large boxes and sealed them. He smiled as he watched his men load the container. "Another fortune," he whispered to himself. "Another million in my pocket." Just as he turned to leave, two police officers approached. "Good morning, sir," one of them said politely. "We'd like to inspect your goods." Raymond's heart began to beat faster. He tried to smile. "Oh, officers, my papers are complete. I'm a clean businessman," but the officers insisted. They began to search the container. Raymond's hands trembled as they got closer to the hidden boxes. In that moment, his whole life flashed before his eyes. His childhood, his first business, his lies, his women, his greed. Then, suddenly, one of the officers shouted, "Sir, look at this." They opened the box. There it was, neatly packed, pure hard drugs, enough to destroy thousands of lives. Raymond froze. He couldn't speak. His mouth went dry. The officers looked at him with disappointment. "Mr. Raymond," said Inspector Daniel, stepping forward, "your secret is out." The news spread like wildfire. "Mr. Raymond, the successful businessman, is a drug dealer," people shouted. The same people who once praised him now cursed him. The government seized his cars, his houses, his company. Everything he built on lies and greed crumbled to dust. At his trial, he tried to defend himself, but the evidence was too strong. He was sentenced to 30 years in prison. As he sat in the cold prison cell, Raymond wept bitterly. All his riches, all his pride, all his pleasures, gone in a moment. He remembered the words of his late mother, "Son, money gotten in a dirty way never lasts." He wished he had listened. Now, Every morning behind bars, Raymond stares through the iron window and whispers to himself, "If only I had stayed honest. If only I had trusted God truly, not used his name as a cover." He became a living lesson to everyone who once envied him. People now tell his story to their children, warning them that not all that glitters is gold. Moral of this story: money gotten through evil will never bring peace. You can hide from men, but you can never hide from God. Success without integrity is a disaster waiting to happen. The end. Thanks for watching. Follow her for more. Story by KC Talks Media.